Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Chella and this is Chella Reads a Bit. Today I'm going to be bringing you my October TBR. Don't mind me if I'm looking at my handy dandy cute notebook. It has my, notes written down, so don't mind me. So I'm going to be bringing my October TBR. It is going to be Spoopy month, and if you know anything about me, I do not like spooky, I do not like scary, I do not like horror, I don't like thriller, I don't like suspense, nope. Anything that makes my heart race in a bad way, no thank you. But when I started dating my boyfriend who does like scary horror kind of things, I said, okay, I'll start in the month of October, I'll read spoopy books. Usually it's just middle grade spooky books. But I did read a thriller our first year together during Halloween. I think it was an Alyssa Cole one. I think it was like When No One Is Home or something. And so I have a tradition of reading spoopy books for him. And so I thought this month I would do the same thing, read spoopy books. Most of them are middle grade spoopy books, but then some special books also. Let's just get into it. But before we do, if you do enjoy my videos, please feel free to give a like and subscribe. I would love to have you here. It really makes my day. But let us get into it. So, I'm going to start with just the middle grade spoopy books that I have on my TBR. I'll have to figure out a way to get these books. I don't know if I'm going to easily be able to buy them, physically, so I might have to get them on my Kindle, so hopefully I'll be able to. I can't get them through our library because for some reason they don't have a lot of these middle grades that I want to read. But that's neither here nor there. So I'll leave a picture up here of the cover of the book so that you know what I'm talking about. So first is Hide and Seeker by Daka. Hermon. I remember hearing about this from Gavin, from How to Train Your Gavin. One of his vlogs, he read Hide and Seeker. I think it was when he was in a tent in his backyard, and it was a funny video, but he read that one. It was really spooky. So I've been wanting to read it since I watched that vlog, but I haven't been able to get it, and it's not possible to find it. I tried looking on the Waterstones website, couldn't find it, but I don't exactly know what it's about, so but I want to read it. I know it's spooky and the cover is creepy, so it is on my list to try to read this month, the month of October. But I'm really excited about that. Unfortunately, I don't know what it's about for me to tell you, but once I know maybe my October wrap-up, I'll be able to tell you. But I'm excited but scared to read it. Next is a book that is in a series that I read, that I have the first two back in the US, and it's Dark Waters by Katherine Arden. I do not own the book. The first two are Small Spaces and Dead Voices. Don't know why that was so hard for me to remember. But I did read those two October of last year. They were spoopy for me, because I'm a woos. I'm a wimp. So, even a little bit of scare, a little bit of, spook, not for me. But I enjoyed them. They were really quick reads. Don't have them, but I do want to continue. So I'm going to read Dark Waters. Don't know exactly what this one's about. Pretty sure it has to do with water, though. And maybe, someone drowning. I don't know. But I'm excited to read it. Also a little scared. Then I'm going to try to read Empty Smiles, which is the last book in this series, also by Katherine Arden. I know this one has a clown on the cover. A lot of people are afraid of clowns, but for once that's not one of the things that spooks me out. I don't care for clowns, but they're not scary to me. I don't find them at all terrifying, but I can understand why people do. But they're not my thing that gets me. But I'm excited to read it, see what it's about. But again, it's still probably going to spook me. I know it's a middle grade, but some of these middle grades can really be terrifying. But we'll have to see how I get along with these books. Then the last 2 books that I have on my TBR, it's not a long TBR, I might add things here and there as I go, whenever I find something that is available to me to read that is spooky, but these are just the ones that I had listed down. But the last 2 are special because I asked my boyfriend to pick a book for me to read that's spooky, like a thriller, mystery, whatever. And then I asked my sister, who also is into horror, thrillers, all those things, and loves reading and books, so she loves that kind of thing. And so I asked them to pick 1 book each for me to read, and these are their picks. The one my boyfriend chose was The Maid by Nita Prose. I think this one is about a woman who doesn't really know how to interact socially, or isn't good with the whole social cue thing. So her relative, forget if it was like an uncle or grandfather or something, passes away, who helped her, and now she's on her own. She's a maid at this hotel, and she is wrapped up in this murder that happens. She loves cleaning and all this other stuff. My boyfriend thought it was an interesting concept. I can't really explain it to you very well because it was a very quick rundown of the synopsis. But he also was trying to be funny because I worked as a housekeeper for a hotel there for a little bit. So he was trying to be funny, and you know what? I get it. But it also is a really interesting premise of this woman having this personality that fit the murder, and it's her trying to figure out, like, trying to get herself out of it because she didn't murder this person. But it does sound interesting. So I agreed with him, but he still tried to be funny. But I get it. How could you resist? But that is one of them. It does look interesting. It definitely is not something that I would have picked up on my own, but we'll see how his pick goes at the end of the month. Then my sister chose one. She was very excited to choose one. She gave me a list, and I was like, you gotta choose one. You gotta choose it. So the point is not for me to choose, because if I had to choose, I'd choose none. But she chose one of her favorite short story collections, and we're actually gonna buddy read it starting the 1st of October, which the 1st of October starts for me before it starts for her, but we're just gonna start on my time and go from there. But the short story collection that is one of her favorites is Don't Try This at Home by Angela Readman. So we're going to be buddy reading this. I don't know anything about this short story collection, and all I know is that it's her favorite, and she's excited to reread it, and it would help her get it reread because she's very busy. She's doing her master's degree, she works full-time, so she also gets to reread a collection that she hasn't been able to read in a while. It's one of her favorites, and it's spooky. And so she gets to come along on this journey with me as I get spooked, and she gets to reread her favorite short story collection. I don't know who wins. Well, I know who wins in this scenario, her. I'm excited because it's one of her favorites, and she is excited to start reading it with me as well, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully she'll be able to have time to read it, but either way, I'm going to be reading it. She did gift it to me on the Kindle, so thank you so much, Sissy, for doing that. I'm excited to read this book with you. Hopefully, it isn't too scary. But those are pretty much all the books that I have listed on my TBR. I know there's not a lot, and most of them are middle grade, but like I said, this is just the ones that I want to get to, or at least try to get to in the month. The 2 that I definitely have to get to are the one my boyfriend chose, which is The Maid by Nita Prose, and Don't Try This at Home by Angela Readman, which is my sister's pick that we are buddy reading starting the 1st. As of recording this, it is September 30th, so hopefully I can get this video out before the 1st, but if not, I'll be starting it the 1st my time. So, wish me luck. But if I do find other books that are spooky that I can get to, then I'll try to pick them up, but it's kind of hard to get a hold of some things because the library app a lot of times doesn't have what I'm looking for. I'll look something up and it's not there. it's very frustrating, and I don't want to physically buy them if I know that I'm never going to reread them, or it's not something that I usually pick up, so it's too much of a chance that I'm not going to like it. So we'll see if I pick other things up, but these are the ones that I really want to get to, and 2 that I really have to get to. I'm excited to see how my boyfriend's picks and my sister's picks are, and if they scare the crap out of me. Wish me all the luck and not all the too much spook, but it's weird because here in Thailand it doesn't look like fall, it's not gonna be like fall, it's not gonna get cold, so it's very weird being in this like, and being about to be October and it's not getting cold, the leaves are not changing for me, and seeing everyone talk about fall and it getting cooler, sweater weather, I'm like, I don't know that life right now. It's still hot here, still like summer, and it's gonna be like that. I'm excited for that, but it's interesting seeing everyone talk about fall and it's not for me. But October's gonna be weird because it's not gonna look like October for me, but it's gonna be October and Halloween, but I'm excited. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully I can get to these books, and hopefully I don't get too scared. But I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, feel free to give a like and subscribe. I would love to have you here. It really makes my day. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!